Hello, everybody. It is time for my 3 picks. This is the show where me and this little fellow, the almighty Coin, we pick 3 college football games against the spread, and we're about to do so for September the 22nd. And if you've been watching these shows from the beginning, you know that we've had a theme for each show. 3 weeks ago, for the opening show of the season, Alfred E. Newman. Who doesn't love a little fun, a little satire? Who doesn't love Mad Magazine, right? 2 weeks ago, paid tribute to the late Burt Reynolds. And last week, my favorite TV show of all time, Family Guy. This week, we paid tribute to those hardworking individuals, the game show hosts. Okay, and growing up in the 1980s, Wink Martindale, he was my favorite. Tic-Tac-Toe, it was a lot of fun to watch. Couldn't get enough of it. And by the way, Wink Martindale, still alive, by the way, still alive. Before we pick this week's games, let's go ahead and review last week's selections. And last week, well, to quote the great country music band Alabama, that's close enough to perfect for me. And we were close to perfect. That's right, a documented 2-0-1 against the spread. Obviously, the Coin and I, for the second straight week, were identical on our picks. And that paid off in the Alabama-Ole Miss game. Bama, this was one of the easiest picks I've ever made in my entire life. Easily covering the 21-point spread. And Boise State, Oklahoma State was another winner, but it was close, okay? We decided to go with the total. We decided to go over 64.5 points. The final score was 44-21. 65 points, just by a whisker, we win that game as well. The only non-winner for the Coin and yours truly was Ohio State T.C.U. The Buckeyes won by 12, which was the point spread. That's a push, so no winner, no loser there. And for the year, don't want to jinx anything, but things are looking terrific. A documented 6-2-1 against the spread for yours truly. The Coin, not bad, at 5-3-1.
I have the right group out there calling numbers. Who's it going to be and what numbers are going to be?
I'll go to Diane, and she says number 2.
Fiancé say 2. Top center. What's behind number 2? Hello, Hawaii. Tick. Add its attack, and you got that trip.
Wait a second. That's the fiancé for that contestant? Really? All right. Let's get with the picks, okay? We're going to have T.C.U. at Texas to lead it off. Of course, the Longhorns with a huge second half against USC. And a lot of people think that Texas is back because it's Tom Herman's biggest win so far. Relax, everybody. USC's not a very good squad. So that point spread right now, which is at 3, might be a little misleading. I know T.C.U. lost last week, but the Horned Frogs played a team that could very well get to the college football playoff in Ohio State. 12-point loss, nothing to really hold your head down about. TCU, when it comes to playing at Texas, since joining the Big 12 back in 2012, the Horned Frogs have never lost in Austin. That's right, 3-0 since joining the Big 12. And by the way, the average score in those 3 matchups in Austin, TCU with 33, Texas with 11. I'm going to take TCU. Give me the Horned Frogs minus the 3. The Coin lands on heads. It's going to take the favorite, tails, underdog. And remember, the Coin and I have been identical on every pick for the past 2 weeks. So let's see what happens this time around. Good flip. The Coin is going to go with TCU. So again, we're matching.
I'm going to go to Diane again now. She's hot. She says 4.
Diane's red hot, number 4. After 2, she goes to 4, doubles 2, and comes up with $250.
All right, let's go to the second game. Going to stay in the Big 12. Kansas State at West Virginia. The Mountaineers, have got to be, feel a little bit deprived because they didn't get to play last week because of Hurricane Florence. Their game with North Carolina State canceled. So they haven't gotten to play in a while, and I think they're going to be more than ready to play. They're at home. Offense is looking good so far with Will Greer and company. And Kansas State, almost lost to South Dakota the first game of the season and didn't look good at all against Mississippi State. Yeah, they did win last week against a lesser opponent, but this will be the Wildcats' first road game. I've got West Virginia winning big. Give me the Mountaineers minus a 15.5. And the Coin is going to go with the underdog. So the streak's over. It likes Kansas State.
Mom? 5.
Mom says number 5. All right, Joan, let's see if it's a good number. Gotta be. Got maybe tack. 400.
And finally, let's head to the Show Me State, Columbia, Missouri, where it's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Missouri Tigers. And these are 2 high-scoring teams. Georgia averaging 45 points a game, Missouri averaging 43. So you know what I'm going to play. I'm not going to take either team. We're going to go with the total. The total is 64.5. And I think Georgia wins the game, but that's not the angle I'm going at. I think it's going to be high scoring. So give me the over, which is going to be past 64.5 points. If the coin lands on heads, likes the over. Tails, it's going to go less than 64.5. And the coin, by the way, likes the over.
Ruth? She says 3.
Ruth, Diane's mom, his future mom-in-law. Can I say that? Number 3. What's behind number 3? Is it attack? Oh.
Wow. Now, hopefully the Dragon won't show up this weekend for our college football picks. Just a reminder, my OU versus Army postgame will be on Sunday. And we'll be back pretty much at this same time frame next week, where the Coin and I, that's right, going to pick 3 more games against the spread. Thanks for joining me on my 3 picks. We'll see you next time.